But enough is enough. I've decided that somehow, some way, I will put an end to this growing up business and not become any older. Judges, teachers, and fellow students, today I will be presenting to you a speech topic that I have felt very strongly about for basically my entire life. The topic of why I never, ever want to grow up. Some of you may not believe that I have thought about this topic for that long, but here's an example to prove it to you. It was my 4th birthday, and I was very mad. Was it because I didn't get the present I wanted? Nope. Was it because I got in trouble for something? Nope, that's not it either. The reason was I just did not want to get any older. That night, I spent a long time fixing all my birthday cards. By fixing, I mean scratching out all the number 4s on each one and turning them into 3s. There, I thought, that'll fix that, but it didn't. The birthdays kept coming anyways. I guess even then, at the ripe old age of 4, I knew that being a kid was something pretty special. You may be wondering, why on earth would I not want to grow up? When you grow up, you get a car, a house, a job. Why wouldn't I want any of these great things? Well, actually, I think driving a car will be really cool. But for now, my bicycle is certainly a lot cheaper on gas. As for the house, I already have a house, without the bills that come with it, and food that magically appears on the table for me whenever I'm hungry. Let's be honest, the adults aren't exactly passing on a perfect world to us now, are they? It's all polluted and wicked and messed up. There's so much war everywhere. People are killing people. They don't seem to really care about things like dumping oil in the water. And killing the animals too. Oh boy, I could go on and on, but that would need to be a whole new speech. More importantly though, there are tons of fantastic reasons why it is amazing to be a child. Chasing fireflies across the yard to trap in a jar, so you can then feed them to a frog to see if the frog lights up. Cool. What about wasting a whole afternoon doodling crazy pictures of random guys sticking their tongues out? That's fun. The first snowfall? Woohoo! Quick, run outside to see how many snowflakes you can catch on your tongue. And the best day sometimes is just hanging out in a tree fort reading comic books. And finally, nothing is better than on a summer's day, hopping on your bike to zip down to the creek to catch minnows, and then surprising your parents by putting the minnows in the pool. And trust me, it is a surprise. And these are just a few of the most amazing things about being a kid. You may be thinking, adults can do all of these things too, but do they? My personal recent studies have shown that adults seem to do these things less and less as they grow older. I bet you if I asked all the adults in this room if they have done any of these things in the last week, the answer would be no. Maybe not even in the last month, or even in the last year. I suppose if adults did do things like this, they may be considered a little crazy by other mature adults. But that's not fair, because it's actually so much fun. Like Peter Pan said, if it's beneath my dignity to climb a tree, then I won't grow up. I think the reason for all of this adultness is that most of the time, children seem to have a better imagination than adults. Why is this often lost as we grow older? Children take wonder in a lot of things that adults would not even notice. They miss so much that way. I understand that adults need to be more responsible because they have many more responsibilities and worries, but perhaps some of those responsibilities and worries would be easier to handle if they slowed down, even just once in a while, to really enjoy the simple wonders around. I know now that I cannot stop the numbers on my birthday card from getting bigger, but I am determined to stay a kid at heart. Imagine what our world would be like if everyone took a little time to play every day. So the next time someone says to me, just grow up, would you? My response would be, no thanks. Actually, I've decided not to.